Breaking news, the Portland Trail Blazers have in fact traded CJ McCollum to the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA, and here to talk about a monster NBA trade that just happened between the Blazers and the Pelicans. Folks, you got to be locked into the channel here because the NBA trade deadline is just a few days away, and we're already seeing these trades come in. And I'm going to give you guys the analysis that you guys need. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms, guys. And hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. A lot to unpack here. Let's start with the full trade details themselves first and foremost. So we'll start with the Portland side of things. So they are trading away to the New Orleans Pelicans the following: CJ McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell. All right, so the Pelicans are getting CJ McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell. And in turn, the Portland Trail Blazers are getting Josh Hart, Tomas Satoransky, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Didi Louzada, a 2022 protected first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. So there you have it, the full trade details. Now let's break down this trade from both sides, okay? So we'll start with the Portland side of things here. So they obviously shipped out CJ McCollum, the co-star with Damian Lillard. A lot of people, including myself, initially thought, okay, they're blowing this whole thing up because a few days ago they traded away Norman Powell and Robert Covington for literally, a paperclip and pocket lint. It felt like they just gave them up for nothing, pennies on the dollar. And now they trade away CJ, so everybody is thinking full rebuild. Well, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN mentioned that actually they're not trying to rebuild. They're just trying to retool around Dame, and they're doing that by trading away everybody and creating the salary cap space and then going ahead and getting guys in free agency to go ahead and surround Dame with. And I got to tell you, folks, right off the bat, I'm not so sure about this plan. I'm not saying it can't work, but this is very unlikely because when you trade away talent like the Blazers did, you have to be able to get the proper compensation for it. And I just don't think the Blazers did in both trades. All right, let's talk about this trade. They got Josh Hart back, Satoransky back, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a first-round pick and 2 second-round picks. The first-round pick is protected. So you couldn't even get an unprotected first-round pick for CJ McCollum. That is a ding right there in itself. And then did you get any young star for CJ? Josh Hart, he's okay. More of a role player, if you will. I don't think he's got star potential. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I don't think he's got star potential. He could be okay, decent. But you really didn't get anything. And Satoransky is a backup point guard in this league. So for CJ McCollum, who is an all-star level type of player, you couldn't really get much back in return. And if it was the picks that you were after, you got a protected pick. So from the Portland side of things here, folks, it's very hard for me to believe they're going to be able to rebuild or retool, I should say, around Dame by trading away everybody for pennies on the dollar and then going ahead and signing people in free agency. Like, I just don't see that happening. So to me, I think this plan is going to blow up in Portland's face. They're going to have to eventually trade Damian Lillard and start all over. That's really how you do this thing traditionally is you pretty much trade everybody, get picks, assets, and then go from there. So certainly a unique route for the Blazers. I just don't think it'll work. I'm skeptical of it. And I just don't think that was enough of a return for CJ McCollum in this trade. So let's look at it from the Pelican side of things here. Look, the Pelicans wanted a veteran guard. They got one in CJ McCollum. So now they've got Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson as sort of their little core, if you will. And it's okay. I don't think it really moves the needle for me. The Pelicans are probably a bottom-tier playoff team in the Western Conference, but this trade does not put them alongside the star powers of the Suns and other teams in the Western Conference like the Warriors. So to me, it's okay, but not that great. I still think the Pelicans came out of this side on top. But it's not as much of a blowout as it was with the Covington and Powell trade. I mean, that was straight up robbery there, what the Clippers were able to do in that one. So overall, again, CJ, Ingram, Zion's a nice, interesting core. Obviously, they got Joval as well. So I'd say it's okay. I'm not going to hate on it. It's okay. It's nothing special. But yeah, Portland, not a big fan of how they've gone about this. I just don't think they've gotten enough value in return. So there you have it, folks. We'll see what happens here. Portland saying they're not trading Dame, but I tend to believe otherwise. I think they will eventually end up trading Damian Lillard because I just don't think this plan will work. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks.